Alright, hello, what's up? It's Gokuma. Welcome to the channel. And tonight gonna be playing a little bit more of Silent Hill 2. Um Hopefully we should be able to get through the next area of the game. I did sign on at a pretty decent time today. It's not even 6 p.m. So wow. Because normally I always like sign on late and shit. Um But no, not today. Today was just a chill day of getting up and um chilling, watching stuff, worked out a bit, cleaned some stuff. I already made dinner, and yeah, so I'm good to go for the next few hours. However long it takes to beat the next area, at least. I think what I want to do today is just beat the next area, and then you know, probably just call it like an early night just so I can chill the rest of the evening. It's been it's been a pretty long week for me, even though it like just fucking started, but but it already feels like um a long week. And so to recap, um like the week started feeling long on so initially on Sunday. um I think it was, I don't know, like um I don't know, I think it was like maybe like Sunday morning or something that she messaged me. So what happened was is that um the girl that I asked to go to Valentine's date with, um at first on Sunday she messaged me because I messaged her saying like, oh, I had a good time like the the night before, and she said, like, thank you, like she did too, and whatnot. And then she said that she's sorry but she can't go on date on Saturday, and she didn't specify a reason why. So I assumed it was because of her grandfather. Like um she said, like, her grandfather's been in the hospital, like, I don't know, since like before New Year's. um and she let me know that like plans might change, like depending on like his, what's going on with his condition. Hold on real quick, let me check the volume on this. Okay, it should be okay. I was seeing if it was, if the mic was also picking up the loud ass laptop fan, because I'm trying to protect my laptop, which is like a pretty old laptop in laptop years. Um, so anyways, um, so yeah. So again, she didn't specify why. I just assumed that it was because of her grandfather. So I was like, like, oh, did something happen with your grandfather? And I didn't hear anything the rest of the day. Um, and then that day, I hung out with some people like all day, including Villainous. Um, and that was my Sunday. Monday, I didn't go to work. I took vacation so I can watch the Super Bowl. And then it wasn't until that evening that I got the message saying that she said that she's thought about it and she decided that um you know that she wants to keep things like professional between us. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was basically that. um so Yeah, so I had to deal with that for quite a bit before I started streaming that night. And then yesterday I had a doctor's appointment in the morning that I went to. Fortunately everything is fine for now. But for now, like, everything appears to be fine. Don't have like any um issues or immediate threats or anything like that. And yeah, and then I came home, played Silent Hill 2 for a bit, and then went to a friend's house to hang out for a bit, and um we watched the third X-Men movie because she's been watching all the X-Men movies for reasons. And she happened to be on the third one, so we fucking watched the third one, and we talked so much fucking shit about it. Just so much fucking shit. And yeah, and then I got up today. It took me quite a while to get out of bed, I think. And I was, because I came home late last night, and I slept like till pretty late. Like, I think I woke up like around like 8 or 9 or something. And I was in bed for like a good while. Like, I just, yeah, it was weird. Um I think the last time I like did something like that, where I just where I just laid in bed for like no reason. Like, I wasn't doing anything. I just laid in bed. Like, I couldn't even like fall back to sleep or anything. And I feel like the last time I did that was years ago, when, I found out what happened to my um my girlfriend, like, years ago. And yeah, so it's like, yeah, I'm still gonna be bummed out, like, about this. It's probably gonna take a good bit, and it's probably a good thing that I won't see her again at work till like next Wednesday, because normally I see her on Wednesdays, and today's a holiday, so I don't see her or anything. And next, um so yeah, so that gives me like a lot of time to, like, probably, like, mostly, get over it and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of hard, because, like, I think if she initially just like said no or rejected me, I would have been fine. Like, it would just, like, yeah, it would have sucked. No one likes to get rejected, but it would just been another rejection. Um, but to, like, get the yes to a Valentine's date, and then, like, get the confirmation like a week later, and then, like, just we're like about, a week away from this date that, like, I've been like thinking about and planning and whatever. And then to get this, it's like, yeah, that really sucks. That's like that's an all new experience for me in terms of rejection. Like, I've never, I mean, this is the first time where, like, I tried to court a woman. Because either women, like, just like flat out like reject me, or it's like, hey, I like you, and it's like, hey, I like you too. And then it's 0 to 60 from there. We just skip a bunch of shit from there. Like, there's no in between. Like they either really, really, really like me, or they really, really, really don't like me. That's how it works. There's no in between. So it was weird that, like, I was trying to, like, properly court a woman, because I never had that experience before. So but yeah, it's so yeah, it just it sucks, because it was like, for weeks I was like really looking forward to this and planning it. And I she may have felt like interested in me at some point, but I think maybe she just got like cold feet, or she probably, as it got closer, thought more about it, and for reasons, and there could be a lot of reasons why she just um didn't want to go through with it. Um, you know, and it could be a variety of things. Like, who knows? It could be one thing. I mean, who the fuck knows? Um, but yeah, that's pretty much that. So, yeah, so I'm probably still gonna be like bummed out about it. Probably at some point, if I know how I operate, at some point I'm gonna hit the anger phase. Not that it means like, I'm gonna take my anger out on people or on her or shit like that. It's I have like a very like internalized anger. Um and I it it doesn't cause me to have like, outbursts with people or get angry at people, whatever. It's kind of like it's just there. Like, I'm just angry. But it's like I'm angry. I sound angry, but it's like I'm not angry at the person that or the people that I'm around. Um, it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm just grumpy, like that's that. And but mostly the internalized anger ends up being used anyways for like, motivation for doing stuff like, um like focusing on things that like I need to get done, like studying Japanese, or um or what else? Yeah, studying Japanese, like working out, doing kickboxing, like things like that. So like anger, like like I use as like a motivator. It's not something that like I ever use to take out on other people. Um, but yeah, so one of these days I'll probably be like, probably by the weekend I'll probably reach like my anger phase, of this like situation, and it's like I'll just be like fuck Valentine's, like fuck love, like fuck humans, fuck all your shit, and call it a day. um, so yeah, so going into, because it's been like 2 days since then, and so I guess going into like the third day of this, um, I still feel like bummed out about it, and I think it's understandable. Like, I don't think I can be blamed for that. Like, this was something that I thought was gonna happen, that I spent weeks preparing, and then it was like, no, no. And yeah, um so is she going to like maybe change her mind, or maybe want to like take things slowly or something? That remains to be seen. But if I'm a betting man, and I know like my history well with the humans, um I'm going to say no. I think she made her decision, and that's that. Like, it's final. I do not think me trying to, like like do anything to get her to try to go on like another date with me, or to try to do things to get her interested in me again. I do not believe like that's gonna do anything. If anything, it might just make things like worse, um or awkward between us, and I don't want to cause that either. um you know, so it would have to be on her to one day like change her mind or something and be like, hey, so how about that date? But I honestly, like, no, I do not expect that. I do not expect that at all to happen. So I think like this story arc that started back in November is over. It was nice for the time, thinking like there, you know, I found someone where like there maybe there's like a chance that there could be something and something more, and I haven't had that since you know, I lost my girlfriend years ago. um yeah, especially because I think like like part of my problem is that I was, you know, even though like I was married for a really long time, um, you know, like it wasn't, I'm not going to go into details, but it wasn't the greatest of relationships, and this was one of like my most like earliest relationships, that turned into like a serious relationship, and then it turned into a marriage, and then it turned into a long marriage. And um and you know, I the way that everything ended up happening in that marriage, but by the end of it, I felt like there's no way I can be like a loving and caring, like functional human being in a relationship. Because yeah, that's just how that relationship made me feel at the end. And um and then I separated from my ex-wife, and then a few months later, I met I ended up meeting someone, and then she became my girlfriend. And you know, even though we're only together for a year because fucking cancer, um you know, it ended up being like a really really great and loving relationship. And it showed me that, oh, like I can be a, you know, like loving and caring person. And then I also felt like in this relationship that it was like, oh, this is what love is supposed to feel like this is what it's supposed to be. And then I lost her. So I got stuck with the feeling of now knowing what love is, because before, when I broke up with my ex-wife, um you know, not being in a relationship or anything like did not bother me. I mean, I was in one for a long time. Like, I'm in no rush to be in another one. Um but I ended up being in another relationship, and then I'm finding out like what love feels like. And now I'm stuck knowing like what that feeling is. But not only that, another thing with leaving from my ex-wife is that whatever love and care I did have, like practically like left me. Like I had none of it when I left. Like it was more like a relief that I left, and that was that. Um when when I was with my girlfriend, it's like I had all this love for her, and then she was gone, but all that love was like still there. It wasn't like my previous relationship where, like, whatever love I did have, like, kind of just died, or just went away. Here it was like, no, it was still there. It didn't die with her. Like, I was in the middle of, like, still, being totally, like, in love with her. And um so I got stuck with not only knowing, like, now, like, what love feels like, but now, like, and also knowing that I'm capable of caring and showing so much love. But now I'm also stuck with, like, all this love that I can't do anything with, that I am, like, fucking stuck with. And ever since then, it's been it's honestly felt like more like a burden to have. And it's like I just want to get rid of it, but I can't. And it sucks. So, and then here in Japan, like, there's not really, like, much of a chance or opportunity for me to find, like, a relationship, especially, like, like a long-term committed relationship. And I specify that for reasons I'm not gonna get into. Um, and I thought I may have found the chance and opportunity to um find someone who I can now, like, express, like, those feelings, you know and emotions with. And yeah, yeah, no, no. So it's back to, I would say, square one, but it's more like square zero. Because it's been awfully hard for me to, like, find someone to be in a serious relationship with. And I specify that again for reasons I'm not getting into. But um it's, yeah, it's going to be hard for me to find someone to date anyone here because of my situation. And originally I was not supposed to be in this situation. Like, the cancer should, of course, not have happened. And if it didn't happen, like, we wouldn't be talking like this today. Maybe we wouldn't even be talking today at all because I might be busy with my girl or something. But it's just, it is, it is what it is. Even though it's a stupid fucking saying. So, anyways, yeah, let's play Silent Hill 2. Um, but yeah, last time I played Silent Hill 2 was yesterday, and I got past the the first hospital. Like, we're in the hospital, and we got through the normal part of the hospital, because it wouldn't be a Silent Hill game if you didn't go in a fucking hospital. Um, and now I'm in the hell version or whatever of the hospital. So now I gotta go and get through that. If it's anything like the previous hospital, like, I don't expect it to take too long. So it's probably gonna take me maybe like a couple hours, like, if that. And then once I get through that, then, like, I'll probably stop for the night. Just so I can, just, like, spend the last couple hours of the evening chilling and whatever. Because today is the last day of like my fucking 5 day holiday, um, which was for the most part pretty great. Reason why it was a 5 day holiday was because um on Monday I took off so I could watch the Super Bowl. On Tuesday I had a doctor appointment, and I'm never too sure like when these things will, like, how long they'll be when they end or whatever, or what they'll do to me. And like, because I may not be capable of, even if it finishes early, like I may not be capable of like going back to work or anything. um but it finished at a decent time, decent enough that like I could get home, play Silent Hill for a bit, and still hang out with my friends in the evening. And then today was a holiday. Like today was a yeah, today was a holiday. I don't know which of the holidays it was. There's some bullshit ones that 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 we have here in Japan. Um, but whatever which one it was today. Um, and I think it's one of those because we have like a few holidays that they're always like on a Monday or something. And then we have those holidays where it's just whatever day it happens to land on is the holiday. And um we have it, we had it on this year was on Wednesday, because I remember with this one, I think it was because I think last year, I think last year the holiday was on a Tuesday, and I took off that Monday to watch the Super Bowl. But the year before, that day was on a Monday, because I remember like I didn't have to um like use a holiday or anything. Like it was a holiday. Um and so yeah. Yeah. The thing that also sucks about that is because I know, like, I think in the US, like, because we don't have too many of those type of days. I think July 4th like comes to mind, and of course like Christmas and New Year's and stuff. But I think, like, if it in America, I think it, like, if it lands on a Saturday, then you get like that Friday off, and then if it lands on a Sunday, then you get that Monday off. But in Japan it doesn't quite work like that. Like if it lands at a if there's a holiday and it lands on a Saturday, well, fuck you. I mean, it's a Saturday. Like you're not, yeah, you already have that day off. So, yeah, no. But if it does land on a Sunday, if it lands on a Sunday, then we will get that the Monday off. But that's it. So, but yeah, it's been nice to have this 5 day this 5 day weekend. Um and I think I think next week is a full work week. Yeah, it's a full work week, but we're off that Monday. So we have a holiday on Monday. And then yeah, and then I think we have like another holiday sometime in March or something. Like we usually have like at least like one holiday a month, like sometimes two. Um like even two, like not every month, but some months have two holidays. But then it gets pretty bare like once you get to like June. Like June has like no fucking holidays at all. May has a holiday or two. I think July has at least a holiday. but June has like nothing, and it's a pretty like, apparently like it's a very dreaded time for people in Japan, that fucking that June. Um because it's like they have nothing. Like even if it's just one fucking holiday, um it maybe would be something, but it's like no, they get nothing. It's like 5-day work weeks every week, and for a while, like it's like a long stretch, because I think the holiday we get in May um happens like maybe around mid to late May, if that. I'm not positive. And then so then we have to go from there, all through that, all the way through June, and then maybe like a like we have, and then get to mid July. So it's like I think it's almost like 2 months without a holiday. So I think that's the problem, is that it's not like there's like 1 month without a holiday. Because we have holidays in May, we have holidays in July, but it's the fact that like we have to go like damn near 2 months without a holiday. So it's a very dreaded time for Japanese people. And I've heard talk over the years, I don't know if it, like if it's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen, that they were talking about just making like a random bullshit holiday for June, which they may or may not do. We'll see, because they're far more worried about other things, like you know the couple million foreigners. But anyways, yeah, yeah. Let me go ahead and get comfortable and stuff. So yeah, so let's see how long this takes. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it till I finish it and then move on because yeah, I just want to chill. Like the last the last couple days I streamed because of what happened. I feel like I really had to like get my shit together and like go play because otherwise it would have been really easy for me to just sit here and like, oh, let me just sit here and watch My Hero Academia all night and not bother playing. But then if I did that, like I can't get any further in Silent Hill. So I had to like be like, just force myself to play. Anywho, oh, the elevator works. I think I'll stay for now. Let's search around. What was that? A lot of blood here. I think that was the door I just came through. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Okay, I guess I gotta go in the elevator. So it was a good thing I did look around. them died. Hopefully you're dead this time. So I have to fucking waste any more ammo. Okay. Inside the basement's basement. Okay. It was so small and dark, I was so afraid I dropped my precious ring, but I'll never ever go back there. Okay. Dry cell battery. Oh, basement store room key. Okay. Okay, am I back on? Is everything good in the hood? Let's check if audio works. Nope. My audio's been knocked out again. It's been knocked out again. I don't know why this keeps happening. It so far it's only been happening whenever I play on the PS2 when I play on the PS2 emulator. It did happen one time when I was watching the Super Bowl. And I don't know why it happens, and I've checked my options to make sure like it doesn't go into like a hibernation mode or anything like, so I don't know. I don't know why it happens, but yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear anything when I shot that bullet. No, no. Let me try to fuck with my sound really quick before I go through the hassle of having to like fucking restart the whole computer.